Hey friends, this is Urs coming at you, and this is something I wanted to do for a long time and always either forgot or didn't have time to do it. But today's the day. I wanted to compare all my Pultec emulations. Since I'm using Pultecs on my drum bus, I just felt I wanted to, see how they hold up on the same track, and maybe there's something we can learn from. So we're comparing the UAD, which is the legacy. It's actually the one you don't buy, the one that's included in the bundle. So legacy is supposed to be a little less good, maybe. I don't know. A lot of people use it. It's great. And comparing it to the IK Multimedia Pultec, which is kind of an older plugin already. It's in the T-Rex bundle. Then we have the virtual mix rack. This is pretty new. This is like a year old, maybe a little more, from Slate. Then we're comparing it with the very old, very old, trusty from Waves. This is probably, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years old. And then we have Mixbox, also IK Multimedia. I'm not sure if they're using the same algorithm. I don't know. There's a little less you can adjust here, but it's a pretty cool thing. So usually what I use the Pultec for is I add 3 dB at 10K and 1 dB at 60 hertz. That to me is like the sweet spot in a Pultec, for especially for mix buses and drum buses. But I use my Pultecs only on drum buses, never on a mix bus. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. So I've got a stereo track of a drum mix here, and I've copied it 5 times since we have 5 instances of Pultecs. I've level matched them as good as I could, and of course they all have the same settings. I'm going to play them side by side, and you're going to see down below which one is actually playing. We start with the Pultec from UAD. Here we go. To be honest with you, I have a hard time choosing. Depending on the song, of course, and if you hear it within the track, it's a different story. But I personally tend to use, and that's what I'm always doing. I'm crazy enough to try all of them with every mix I do. And usually what I'm ending up with is the IK Multimedia plugin, which I find sounds very special, has a very silky quality to it, with the same settings like all the other plugins have, or Virtual Mix Rack from Slate. So these two, to my ears, you can make your own judgment, of course, are my favorite Pultec emulations. I haven't tried them all, of course. There are some others out there. There's Acustica Audio I haven't tried. Of course, that's going to be great too. I'd love to try those too. These two are among my favorites, even with a blind test. And I usually end up using one of them on my mixes. That's all I wanted to say. Enjoy.